Hi there. In this video I'm going to give you the context that explains the whole of the Beatitudes, and then I'm going to read them. So the Beatitudes is 9 statements about what Jesus calls the kingdom of God. Sometimes he calls it the kingdom of heaven. It means the same thing. And this kingdom of God, or kingdom of heaven, Jesus says it's coming. It's on its way. It's started already. It's breaking into this world. Okay? And you might be familiar with this from the Lord's Prayer. Christians pray, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Okay. So here's the Beatitudes. Jesus is going round with his disciples. He goes up a mountain where there's a big crowd, and this is him speaking to his disciples. He says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you, and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." Okay, so the kingdom of God is not just what the Beatitudes are about. It's the theme, the context of Jesus' whole ministry. All his teaching, all his parables, the stories he's told, even the miraculous healings, they're all there to illustrate or explain what the kingdom of God is. But still, it's enigmatic. We can't quite pin it down. It's coming, or it's come near. Christians do believe that Jesus in his life, as well as in his teaching, shows us what the kingdom is, or what the kingdom is like. So they would say that in Jesus the kingdom of God has come near. Jesus says to his disciples, "The kingdom of God is within you." But the original text is in Greek, and that can be translated to mean the kingdom of God is among you. So Christians can't quite agree. Is the kingdom of God something that is in our hearts? Or is it something that is in our relationships, something that happens between people? Is it a personal thing, or is it something that spreads across the community, across the whole nation maybe, even the world? Does God bring the kingdom of heaven like a miracle, or is it something that we have to make happen? Is the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God, is it now, or is it in the future? Well, most Christians would go for a combination of things. They'd say it's coming and it has come near. We experience it partially in the present, but in the future we will experience it fully. Now look at the tenses in the Beatitudes. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. It's talking about how you can be blessed, supremely blessed now, because of something that is going to happen in the future. We've got this whole range of ideas within Christianity and beyond about what the kingdom of God means. Who can say what it really means? one thing I'm sure about, you don't need to be a Christian to be captivated by a vision of the future that is dominated by love, justice, peace, restoration. You don't have to be a Christian to see that vision as something that happens in your heart, but also in your relationships. You don't have to be a Christian to have a vision of a community or a whole nation or a whole world that achieves justice, social justice, where there's freedom from oppression, no more war. And Christians and non-Christians can be captivated by this vision and say that it's something that I can feel now, I can experience in part and in anticipation, and one day I have this hope, this faith maybe, that this kingdom of God vision will spread over the whole world and it will be all existence, all reality like that. So I'm just going to read the Beatitudes one more time with that in mind. It's about this vision. And I ask you to ask yourself, what is the kingdom of God for me? What is my kingdom of heaven? What do these words mean to me? Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. So next time on Bite-Sized Beatitudes, I'm just going to look at the first Beatitude. I'm going to take them in short videos, and just a reminder, we're going to ask what it means in the Christian context, but then we're going to ask what it means for someone who's not a Christian. Okay? See you next time.